Rivers are the lifeblood of human civilizations. We've built our cities and towns near them for thousands of years. They give us water for drinking, farming, industry, and transportation. They're essential to our daily lives. But there's a flip side. When rivers overflow their banks, they can bring widespread destruction. So, what causes a flood? It's pretty simple, really. A flood happens when a river gets more water than its channel can handle. This can be from heavy, prolonged rainfall, rapid snowmelt from the mountains, or even intense storms. When the water level rises too high, it has nowhere to go but over the banks and onto the surrounding land, which is often where people live. Let's look at Pakistan as an example. The country has a massive river system, with the Indus River and its tributaries being the most important. Every year, during the monsoon season, these rivers swell. Most of the time, the flooding is mild and manageable. But every few years, a severe flood hits. These major events can be devastating, destroying homes, wiping out entire harvests, and crippling transportation networks like roads and bridges. To understand the scale of this, we can look back at history. One of the first major recorded floods in Pakistan was in 1955. It was a catastrophe. Over 2,000 villages were completely submerged. Tragically, around 400 people lost their lives, along with 70,000 farm animals. Critical infrastructure, like the Ravi siphon, was destroyed, causing enormous economic losses that took years to recover from. The challenges didn't stop there. The period between 1973 and 1978 saw another series of intense back-to-back floods. The impact was staggering. Millions of hectares of fertile farmland were drowned, ruining crops and threatening food security. Thousands of homes crumbled under the force of the water, forcing countless families to flee and find safety on higher ground, often with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Fast forward to 1992. This year brought what's known as a superflood. It hit northern Pakistan particularly hard, affecting areas in Punjab and Kashmir. The Jhelum and Chenab rivers overflowed dramatically. The damage was immense, with reports of over 1,000 deaths and millions of people displaced. The sheer volume of water was unlike anything many had ever seen before. Then came the flood of 2010, which is often called the super flood of the century, and for good reason. It was one of the worst natural disasters in Pakistan's history. Unprecedented monsoon rains caused the Indus River to burst its banks along nearly its entire length. The floodwaters affected about 20 million people, which was nearly a fifth of the country's population at the time. The devastation was on a biblical scale, washing away entire villages and leaving a trail of destruction from the north to the south. The recovery from this event is still ongoing in many ways. These historical events show a clear pattern. While we depend on rivers, we also need to respect their power. Living by a river means living with a certain level of risk. The key question is, How do we manage that risk? How can we protect ourselves and our communities from the destructive power of floods? One of the most effective strategies is building strong flood defenses. This includes constructing dams, which can hold back large amounts of water and release it slowly and safely. We can also build levees or embankments, which are raised barriers along riverbanks that help contain the water within the river channel. In urban areas, flood walls made of concrete can offer crucial protection to homes and businesses. Another vital approach is improving our early warning systems. If people know a flood is coming, they have time to prepare. This means evacuating to safer areas, moving livestock, and securing their property. Modern technology like weather satellites and river-level sensors can give us advance notice. But that information needs to get to the people on the ground quickly and clearly. Finally, we need to think about where and how we build. This is called land use planning. It means avoiding construction in higher risk floodplains. Or, if we must build there, we need to use flood-resistant designs, like raising houses on stilts. We can also restore natural wetlands and forests along rivers. These act like natural sponges, soaking up excess rainwater and reducing the amount of water that rushes into the river. By combining engineering, technology, and nature, we can build a safer future alongside our pet. So, what should transport authorities do when the waters rise? First and foremost, get those diversion signs up immediately. Closing off unsafe sections of roads and bridges is non-negotiably saves lives. Then, it's all hands on deck for emergency repairs. Restoring safe transport routes is absolutely critical, not just for everyday travel, but for getting emergency services where they need to go. Quick, decisive action here makes a huge difference in the chaos of a flood. Now, this might sound a bit strange, but floods aren't all bad. From a natural perspective, they actually play a vital ecological role. Think about it. When a river overflows, it carries nutrient-rich silt or alluvium and spreads it across farmlands. This is like a natural fertilizer, making the land incredibly fertile for the next planting season. Floods also sustain crucial wetland ecosystems like the vast Indus Delta, and all those extra nutrients don't just stop at the coast. They flow into the sea, like the Arabian Sea, boosting marine life and leading to a significant increase in fish production. It's a powerful, natural cycle of renewal. So, when we look at the big picture, floods are a natural and even necessary part of our planet's river systems. They've been happening for millennia. The key isn't to stop them entirely, but to live with them more intelligently. By truly understanding their causes, preparing our communities well in advance, and implementing smart management strategies, we can significantly reduce the damage they cause. This way, we can protect our homes and lives while still reaping the natural benefits that floods bring to our environment. It's all about finding that balance. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.